faster than you. Saw that coming, you fucking... I'm standing right here. You make the move. You make the move. It's your move. Don't try it, you fuck. You talking to me? You talking to me? You talking to me? And then who else you talking? You talking to me? Well, then I'm the only one here. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? You talking to me? Yeah? Okay. Taxi Driver. Okay, so Taxi Driver is a neo-noir vigilante psychological thriller. I believe it's a psychological thriller. It seems like that in some certain parts. Directed by Martin Scorsese, and it stars Robert De Niro as Travis Bickle, who is discharged from the military, honorably discharged, and so since he is a suffering insomniac, he also suffers from depression. He, in the meantime, takes up these grueling 12-hour shifts in a taxi cab to pretty much, put something on his mind. And on the way, he meets up with this girl named Betsy, who becomes his love interest. He meets a prostitute named Iris, who's played by Jodie Foster. Tries to get out of this life in this dark and melancholy feature by Martin Scorsese. That happens to be my favorite film from him. Alrighty guys, so let's get into Taxi Driver. So I'm just going to let you guys know right now, I have no cons to this movie. I find this to be a masterpiece of a film. I find nothing wrong with it. So I'm just going to go on to what I absolutely love. Robert De Niro. I think, this is my personal opinion, this is my favorite performance by Robert De Niro in this movie. He gives such an amazing, it's not really an anti-hero performance because he's more of a villain. He's like one of the more likable villains I have ever seen put on in film. Usually in a film, you have someone to root for, where you can see in Travis Bickle's eyes that he has the eyes of a guy who wants just to snap your neck. And seriously, Robert De Niro played that role so perfectly, especially when he has that shaved mohawk. And of course, the famous "Are you talking to me" scene. You guys would not believe how long that took me to do, seriously. The scene where he meets Betsy and he talks about his connection with her and how he doesn't... Oh, and by the way, fun fact guys, that guy who was trying to, I guess, who has a crush on her, that's Albert Brooks, by the way. That freaking afro, man. But then you see them first two talking, you think, okay, cool, things are going along. And then he takes her to a freaking porn theater. Now, seriously, first of all, Travis, props to you and balls, huge balls, for taking a girl to an X-rated film. But then you kind of feel bad for him. Then after that, that's when he kind of goes into his, I guess, homicidal, not really homicidal, but he kind of has more of a bleak outlook on life. Not that he didn't already, but he starts buying the guns, and then he starts trying to assassinate people. The mayor he tries to assassinate at one scene. There is so much I can go into, but I'll get into the performances. Jodie Foster plays the prostitute Iris, and one of her first major film roles. She does an amazing job for, I think, what, she was like in her teenage years, I think, at the time? She does so damn good. Harvey Keitel is in this as the pimp who owns Iris. Martin Scorsese makes a cameo as someone who is using De Niro's taxi service to spy on his wife who was cheating on him. Whoever thought that Scorsese could be such a great actor. Every performance in this film is absolutely spot on. Perfect. There is not a single role that is wasted. I even like the moments of Robert De Niro, his downtime moments when he spends up with his taxi driver friends. Now, one of the things I love about Taxi Driver the most is the tone of the film and the world that Scorsese built. This is a very dark and very melancholy type film where you don't see the best of humans. You see literally the worst of human beings in New York City. You see scumbags, you see thieves, you see prostitutes. Exactly what Travis Bickle says in the film, and Scorsese did such an amazing job capturing the look and feel of nighttime New York City, along with some pretty disgusting daylight New York City as well. Like, he did so great of just capturing the darkness that was of New York City. Oh, by the way, the shootout scene. Oh my god. Now, the thing is, I like my range of shootouts. I like the ones that have intense choreography, or I like simple shootouts like the one in Taxi Driver. The shootout here, I remember the very first time I saw that guy's hand get blown off. My jaw dropped to the floor. You just see the and then I was just like, huh? And then that famous final shot before it transitions into him in the hospital where you see, because he's out of bullets, Travis has his hand up to his face to symbolize him killing himself. One of the best shots that has ever been put on film. And yes, I am literally saying it. This shot, that shot, I'm saying right now, is one of the best shots that has ever been captured in film history. The amount of blood, the lighting in that shot, the Niro's expression and everything going on in the background is pitch perfect. The score, especially when you see Travis riding around in the taxi cab, that score, again, the melancholy-like feeling to it. It gives you that, I don't like being here, but it has such a very absorbing and it's a very seductive but yet melancholy score, which is what I absolutely love about Taxi Driver. It's melancholy, but the entire film is a very seductive and dark look into a insomniac's life, pretty much, as a taxi cab driver. Overall, guys, Taxi Driver is not only my favorite Scorsese movie, but it's also one of my favorite films of all time. So yes, from everything, from the performances, the cinematography, the score, every scene does not feel wasted. Not a single scene feels wasted. Not a single frame feels wasted. Everything is perfectly tied together. And I love how the film leaves you with a kind of an ambiguous ending. Whether Travis becomes sane or whether he's just a ticking time bomb at the end. You could have guessed already when I said my favorite films of all time. I am giving Taxi Driver my prime score, my 6 out of 5 score. Guys, if you have not seen Taxi Driver, if you're a Robert De Niro fan, especially a Martin Scorsese fan, you need to check this movie out, seriously. So I did this video for 2 reasons, guys. For one, I wanted to actually do another video for my favorite films of all time because I generally love Taxi Driver. The second reason why is because my pal Sarah, my best friend of 3 years, it's her birthday, and Taxi Driver is actually her favorite film of all time, so I thought I would do a review of this for her birthday. So Sarah, happy 23rd birthday, my friend. I will see you next weekend, if I remember correctly. So Sarah, happy birthday, my friend. Love you to death, pal. Comment down and let me know below, what is your favorite Martin Scorsese movie of all time? Let me know below. And as always, guys, if you liked what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe to see more content from me. And as always, guys, until the next review, I will see you all next time.